Good morning, everyone. Scott Mabor here with your Medicare Missive from a very steamy pond on Friday, July 3rd. Happy the 4th, everybody. Enjoy the holiday. Um, just wanted to follow up on the video I did the other day, as well as my post about the GLP-1 Bridge program. So starting July 1st, those of you with a Medicare Part D plan, doesn't matter which plan, if you meet the criteria, the BMI and comorbidities, depending on what your BMI number is. So the lower the number, the more serious the other issues have to be. Your doctor can get you into the program. So that is, and you pay a $50 copay. The program runs until January 1st. January 1st, your plan has to have coverage for the program, and the program changes its name. Which means that open enrollment in October is crucial. You have to make sure, if you want to remain on that GLP program in 2027, that the drug plan you choose works with the program. Not all will, and I have no idea at this point how many will, what the costs will be. None of that's been announced yet, and won't be officially announced until October 1st. But I did want to bring up, in addition to the video and the post, I sent out an email to my database about the GLP-1 program. And I had a couple people that kind of asked questions that I wanted to kind of bring up. One, somebody asked me, she said she has A and B, but does not have a drug program. Can she get a drug program? Is she eligible for the GLP-1 Bridge program? The answer is no and no. So if you do not have an active Part D, you cannot participate in the GLP-1 Bridge program. And two, at the start of July, unless you have a special enrollment period, there is no reason why she would be able to apply for a drug plan at this point. She has to wait until open enrollment in the fall for January 1st effective date, and she will be penalized, assuming she doesn't have other drug coverage from an employer or something. She's going to be penalized for every month she missed. So without a drug program, you cannot participate in the GLP-1 program, and there is no way to add a drug program mid-year unless you have a special enrollment period, you moved, you left group insurance, anything like that. So there are definitely ways to get it. However, you have to meet the criteria, and that would be, you left an employer plan, for retirement, or you got fired or something. You moved. You just got on Medicaid. You just got off Medicaid. But if you don't meet any of the criteria for special enrollment, you have to wait till open enrollment. So she's out of luck. And then I also got a call from a woman who, she asked me about a drug plan penalty. So I signed her up for Medicare, and actually she had Medicare A and B. I signed her up for her plans, and of course signed her up for a drug plan. She got a penalty letter. I assumed she had drug coverage from her employer. Apparently she did not. And her question was, why am I getting penalized? It's a voluntary program. Drug coverage is not voluntary. When you are 65 years old, you have to have drug coverage. Doesn't have to be from a Medicare plan, but you have to have drug coverage from some source, and it has to meet the creditable coverage requirement. So in her case, she thought she didn't have a need for drug coverage, and she doesn't take any drugs. Now she's going to get penalized, and the options I gave her: pay the penalty, keep the plan, and suck it up. There's no option, and you can't appeal it. Apply for Medicaid. If you qualify, they'll eliminate the penalty based on income. Cancel the drug plan. The penalty will start to accrue again, but you don't get charged the penalty if you don't have a drug plan. The risk there is that if at some point she needs a drug plan in the future, it'll be that much more expensive. The penalty will be that much higher. And that's really it. I mean, those are the options. So, and she also can't participate in the GLP-1 program. Actually, I'm sorry, she can participate in the GLP-1 program, but drug plans are required. The first woman can't and cannot add it. This woman does have a drug plan, so she could participate if she needed to. But she's paying a penalty, and that penalty that she's paying is for the rest of her life. So I don't know what her penalty is. I didn't ask. I don't know how many years she's gone without drug coverage. but whatever they're assessing, that monthly penalty, she will pay for the rest of her life unless she cancels drug coverage. Let me know if I can help. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks for watching. Feel free to comment. Feel free to share, and have a great 4th. Thank you.